Welcome to June 1st, quilty friends. It's summertime and it's time to make our next block, the sailboat block. Isn't that pretty? This is my test block I made out of my Montgomery Mountain Charm scraps. So you know me, I always do a test block or two before we make this together to make sure I've got everything right. So this is what it looks like with my scraps. And then this is the one that I'm making to go with my solids that is actually in the sampler quilt here. So this is June. All right, it's super easy. You do have two half square triangles, but they're very simple to make. And actually the whole thing should take you probably about 15 minutes. All right, let's get started and make our block for the month. All right, let's get started on our sailboat block for the month of June. Now this is a really easy block to make, and it's really kind of fun too. I think it's perfect for June. It's usually when we're starting to get out on the lake or on the river or out and about on the water, because summer is nice and warm by then. So let's get started on making this. So you've got your cutting requirements for your pieces. So for your background, you've got one 4.5 inch square. You've got 4 3.5 inch squares and 2 4-inch squares. Those are your background fabrics. You've got 1A fabric, this is 4-inch, 1B fabric, which is 4-inch. Those are going to be your sails. Then you've got your boat, which is your C fabric, and that's 4.5 by 12.5 inch rectangle. And then the water, and that is 1 2.5 by 12.5 inch rectangle. You've got all this in your email that went out today. And then of course, if you are just finding this tutorial randomly, if you look in the description box below, you can submit to be able to get a copy of those cutting instructions. So let's get started on our block. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put our 4 3.5 inch squares just aside, because we'll use these later when we go to assemble our blocks. Go ahead and put your 4.5 inch background square with your C, your boat fabric there. We'll set that aside as well. And then we'll put our water fabric aside, which is our D. And right now we're going to work with our A and B and our 2 4-inch background squares. That's what we're going to work with now. And we're going to make our half square triangles. So what you're going to do is you will take your ruler and a pencil, and you're going to lay right sides together. Now, since I'm using solids, it really doesn't matter, but you're going to put right sides together, and you are going to draw a diagonal line on both of these. And then you'll pin to keep those in place. You can pin on one or both sides, whichever works for you. And then you'll do the same for your B squares, right sides together. And we will draw our diagonal line. And then we're going to pin. And just pin away from that line so you don't have to worry about bumping that with your machine. And then we're going to go to the sewing machine, and we're going to stitch 1/4 inch away from our center line on both sides. Okay, so now we've sewn 1/4 inch away from our center line. So we're going to cut these in half. And then go to your pressing station and press your seams open. Now we've got those pressed open. Now we're going to do a little trimming. I'm using the block lock ruler, which is very handy. And we're going to trim this down. Let me turn this around. We're going to trim this down to 3.5 inches. So we're just going to find the 3.5 here, the 3.5 here. And trim, and then just the dog ears on the side. So go ahead and trim all 4 of your half square triangles. Okay, so we're going to set our half square triangles aside, and let's grab our C square, which is the boat, and our 4.5 inch square. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a diagonal line on our background square. And this time we're actually going to be sewing on the diagonal line. So you're going to place this with it going this direction, the diagonal going this way. And if you get confused, just look here. This is what we're doing on this part of the boat right there. And we will pin that in place. And then you're going to sew on the diagonal line, and then we're going to cut off this edge here. Okay, we've sewn on the line. Now we're going to cut a 1/4 inch away from that sewn line. You could save that if you wanted. And then we are going to press towards the bottom, away from our C. Okay, now it's time to assemble, which is super easy. You'll just look there at your picture. And the first thing we'll start out with here is, we know that there's the boat, and this is the water. So that is going to go down here. And then you're going to grab your 2 3.5 inch squares. Those are going to go on the sides. And then we will grab our sails. And our sails, for me, my yellow ones, and just make sure they're facing the right direction. So these go this way. And then these go the same direction. This is where I always get turned around. There we go. There and here. All right. And then I'm just going to pick this whole thing up, take it over to my sewing machine to be able to assemble this. So ultimately what we're going to be doing, I found it easiest to sew 4 patches. So sew this as a 4 patch and this as a 4 patch. So we'll sew these two together, which these will be right sides together, a 1/4 inch down. These two together, right sides together, a 1/4 inch down. And then we will join these 2 rows and we'll have a 4 patch. We'll do the same thing for this one as well. You're going to sew a 1/4 inch down here to have a little row, a 1/4 inch down here to have a little row. And then we will sew these 2 rows together. All right, so we've sewn those units, and now we're going to make our little 4 patches. And when it comes to pressing, the best way to do this is to press left and then right. You can always press open if you want, completely up to you, but I'm going to do that so that I'm able to nest a bit better. So I will press from the back and then also from the front. So this one's going left. That means this one, I'm going to go to the right. But like I said, whoops, if you want to press open, you absolutely can. You can never go wrong. If you press everything open, you don't have to worry about remembering which direction. And sometimes some blocks, it's a little too hard to remember, except for constantly having to look at a pattern. So we're going to do that, all right? And since we've done that, then this is going to nest really well. And I'm just going to go ahead and pin those now that I've got those pressed. And I'll just set that over to the side, and we'll do the same thing with this one. I'm going to press this one to the left, or you can press open. I sew with a really tight stitch, usually at least a 1.8, sometimes a 1.6 to secure the seams. This is going that direction, left, and then this one will go right. And then we will pin. I'm going to nest, and I'm going to pin in the side that doesn't have as much fabric in it there. All right. Then we'll take this to our sewing machine, and you're going to sew a 1/4 inch down each side here where your pin is, and then you will press open, and you'll have your 2 4 patches. Okay, so we've sewn those together. It nested really nicely, and then we're going to press open because things get a little bulky otherwise. Like I said, you can always press everything open if you want. And then I like to press from the front, give it a little more starch. I always feel like I can never do too much starch. So there's that one. And then we will press this one open. That's when it's helpful to have a fingernail to stick your nail right in the edge of that to open it up. Give it another good press. And there we go. We're going to have our 2 sails. So now we're going to join these 2 together. So we're just going to find our seams, line those up there, pin that, and we'll sew a 1/4 inch all the way down. Okay, so we've joined that together, we've pressed everything open, and now we are ready to join these 3 rows together, and we will have our sailboat. So we're gonna take our boat, this row right here, and there's no seams to really match up, so you just wanna basically line your ends up. And completely up to you if you want to pin. Since this is kind of long, I may go ahead and do a pin at the beginning and at the end. And then you're going to sew a 1/4 inch all the way down. And now we're going to take our water, which is our D, and we're going to sew, ooh, I may have cut this one a little too short. I'm going to have to recut that one. There we go. I was off by about 1/2 inch. So we'll take our water, our D fabrics here, and we will just stitch a 1/4 inch all the way down. All right, now we've got those stitched. And as far as pressing, we're gonna press towards the boat on this part right here. And then for this one, completely up to you if you press down or if you want to press open. I think I'm going to be pressing this one open, but that's your preference. Okay, there we go, friends. There is your sailboat block for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed making this easy block. I think this would be a fun one to make if you made 12 of these and then you did sashing between each one of them in the same background color. I think that would be really pretty for a lightweight summer quilt. But I hope you enjoyed making this easy block with me, and I will look forward to seeing you next month on July 1st in your inbox as we make our next block in the 2026 Scrappy BOM sampler. Until next time, quilty friends, make lovely things.